I'm not quite sure we're gonna get there. A cutscene. Seems like there's something shady in the graveyard. We know of a place where... I guess never mind. They made it red for us. This secluded graveyard is red, and is where you're going next. This large battle is a battle. That is a lot of stuff. We can use 9 units. We got some little buzzies. We got a Templar Samurai. A gunner. A dog. An alchemist. A vessel who might be annoying as heck. A little dragon guy. A ranger. And a druid hiding back here. Let's play the game of, do we see any treasures hidden here? I don't. Looks like we can split our team up the different sides, although seems like a lot of the action is going to happen up this way. Let's make sure that we have abilities equipped. We do. I see a star. Okay, our first team. It's going to be that. I wish my Cubis was correctly everythinged. We're going to bring this new character we got. They gave her to us after a mission. It was like, here's your random whatever, and she came with a whole bunch of classes mastered and unlocked, so that was fun. We give her 2 energy scythes. We'll give her the royal beret we just got. And some boots. I'm gonna give Riftwalkers plus to Kyrie. No, we're not, because someone has them equipped. Who has them equipped? Did I give them to Bizarro? I did. Okay, whatever. I don't know how this is gonna go. We shouldn't lose, but I'm not sure if I actually trust this team. Especially not if stuff's gonna counter poison or counter bleed us. One thing we do have going for us is ridiculously high movement, which is super helpful. Thanks all of the pairs of boots. Essentially, currently we're just playing a walking forward simulator. Except Bizarro, who's going to hover forward. One of these days we'll actually remember to equip accessories that prevent status effects. And if you've been paying any attention, you'll know that day is probably never. Well, it will actually be at some point. It's just, I don't know what point that will be. The gunner actually used his gun. That was interesting to see because he didn't do that his first turn. The blind is real annoying. Do you have... You do. He's gonna ignore normal attacks. I guess he's gonna ignore that attack as well. Boy, being blind is fun. Mass battles just have so many units. I know that's why they're named what they are, but there's so many of them. That is unfortunate, and we should do something about it. We can, I suppose, just assassinate things as they come. At least he didn't push her off the building. Also, that one for all guy is kind of terrible at his job. Why am I only doing 76 damage? Only works on monsters. Oh no, it auto gave him the Spear of Stupid. Wow. I'm actually impressed by that. Hey, we're weakened apparently. That's cool. There you go, you're poisoned. Awesome! I love being thrown off of buildings. Problem for everything else on this map is Anodine exists. And of course this guy also gonna have ignore basic attacks, that's fun. Who has taken a lot of damage? Nobody. An Aegis-site ingot. Goodbye, dog. I guess counters don't count as basic attacks. Gotta love when things have coalesce. You go, Druid. Unfortunately, you're now in bonking range, so get bonked. That's an impressive amount of HP if you aren't even suffering it at this point. Hello. I'd like you to meet. Our very mediocre war mage. I keep saying she's gonna get better, and I'm not sure she's gonna get better. I'd like to believe, but... We did achieve victory. Multi-gloves contagion, a bunch of crafting stuff, some random AP for Bizarro, a lot of AP, and a lot more for Rainier. We'll check out if any of those things are any good after we learn some abilities. Thanks vicariously finishing out Templar. I guess we a War Mage now. Double Heavy Rod? Sure. Black Howl's probably better. A lot of robe choices. None are all that great. A 5 crit on Sharp Gauntlet. I think we've already had a couple of those sitting around. Hello, Corrupted Amethyst. You're a lot of resist. Everspring, 2 MP a turn. That's going to be useful. Eventually. More Phoenix Bands. Multi-gloves, 2 more GP with Steel GP. Plus 10 accuracy and plus 1 item use range. That, I believe, should go on Rainier eventually. Actually, he is still a scoundrel, so yes. It is like Bandit Gloves, but better, and the stats are actually pretty great. -1 movement, but I think that's okay. So he's done with a Gambler, finally. Picked up a Vicarious Mender level that he doesn't need. Duelist gives attack and defense, so let's give him Duelist for a couple levels. Keeping the same weapons, thanks to Equip All. Keeping the same everything, thanks to Equip All. Anadine's got a little bit left on this class. Katja Mastered Templar. She's getting Vicarious Mender. Guess she can go to Mercenary. No, Reaver gives her attack and crit. I need more ninja garbs. No one else has mastered their classes. Okay. That means... checking out new weapons. Contagion is an interesting mace. If you have a lot of debuffs on yourself, it can spread them. Lobotomizer, minus mind. Berserk Bludgeon gives you movement up, haste. I wish it would say, and I wouldn't have to guess at the picture. Bloodstaff is great if you have staves. Stake Shooter is a holy damage gun that does a lot of damage. And bleeds. Curse Shield, we're gonna have to start the long process of leveling that somewhere along the line. But next up, if we're doing side quests, we have to go up this way. We cannot go this way. I accidentally found that out, looking around to see what I should do for this update. And it turns out that I had to restart the game a few times because I found both of the places that it would stop me. We're back on this map. This map is kind of awful if you have to start down here, but we don't. Got a Beastmaster and some beasts on the map. A creepy Plague Doctor, a little Kawa, a Beastmaster, some mercenaries, and a ranger. Then a Gadgeteer, which means they're going to be hit with gadgets. And we get 9 characters again, so I don't think we need Bizarro here. I really want to do the Minicubus build. I guess that means we get to bring Yates, who's horribly underleveled and is going to do probably not a single thing on this map. It's mostly just a matter of, will Anadine do everything? Or will Anadine do nothing? That is where I want Rainier standing. We're not going to worry too much about running forward. I'm actually going to borrow Katja. Anadine is there a choke point? I really don't want Adris to get too many levels in Mender because it's kind of a terrible level up. Okay, silly little pets everywhere. like how things are standing in poison to deal almost no damage to someone who immediately counters them. You just willfully walked into lance range, so that's cool. Notice enemy units start having a lot of HP. See? Like, that should have done damage. He does not have max lightning resist. Oh, what in the world? I'm not even disappointed, just kind of mad at the lack of damage Anidine's doing. Poke, poke. Seriously. Can't attack uphill with axes. Also, no one's died, really. Did more damage to himself than he caused. Just get assassinated, or not. I'm so confused at the damage numbers, especially with that lance. Like, I know there is something weird going on with it that I should know, but I do not. Way to waste that on Yates. I wasn't expecting much from him. I was expecting more from her. Definitely expecting more from her. Yeah, I don't care. Oh no, Yates died. Way to revive that guy right there. The amount of damage I'm doing seems incorrect. But we won. Neutralizer, Abbott's Wrappings, Drake Ruby, Corrupt Ruby, Partisan Plus. We'll take a look at what those do, and I think after that we'll cut this off here. Those 3 somewhat long fights. We can do the rest tomorrow. And I have to change classes around. Partisan Plus is 3 damage more than Partisan, but it has a 3 attack range. Jousting Lance is great, although some of that attack factors in the crit and attack buffs it gives you. It has much less attack as a base weapon. But if we give him this, we can, for the moment, give this idiot a normal old partisan. And he won't do no damage half the time. I think the other thing we're looking at is... let's use someone with Equip All. I forget. Oh, we have a new dagger. Chance on hit to mute. Chance on hit to weaken. That's a really good dagger. I'm sure someone will end up using it here in a little bit. They have a lot of class changes to do. And then the accessories, I think at this point all of the gems and stuff are heavily resist based. The problem is we're one storyline map away from getting the resist everything accessories that are better than Corrupt Amethyst. Though Corrupt Amethyst is good. So that'll be a thing. Okay. I will catch you all next time, which in our time is probably tomorrow, and in my time is going to be minutes. But take it easy, and I will see you then. Hello friends, welcome back to Felseal. We are sort of approaching the last act if we're not in the last act. We're in the first round of side quest era. I know we have a second round of side quests after a certain point, and that'll be fun, and that'll be where all the broken builds and stuff get busted out. We're not quite there yet. We are now, however, if you'll notice, able to make Arbiter armor. Each one needs 2 of some component that we have picked up some of, and then 1 demon leather. So we're going to have to farm a bunch of that when we start getting the ability to. There will be patrols before too long, I believe, that give that. I'm assuming, like, we haven't seen it yet, and we're running out of maps. Don't take everything I say as if I know what I'm talking about. I'm just going based on... we just killed some demons, and we got those, and it seems like we're going to have to fight some more demons before too long. Also, I've seen the map ahead of us that we're going to on accident. We can use Gold Thread and make Blood Axe Plus. That is an upgrade to the Blood Axe. 112 attack. Who cares about the defense, because you leech on regular attacks, which include counterattacks, and includes War Mage Bonkty Bonks. So that's fun. I'm assuming we might see that busted out for at least a little bit. But we are close to seeing our in-game armor. We can start crafting it. And we can also craft the thing I'm told I need 1 of for every character that ends up in my party. And that is the Corrupt Amethyst, which needs Angel Tears, and something that I don't know what it is. That's probably used in other things. Oh, it might be Amethyst Earring. It might be the other Amethyst thing. I know there's an Amethyst thing we make, and that has all the resists. They're like, it's ribbon. It's the Skims version of ribbon. But anyway, I think we have one more thing we have to do before we go to the glowing red dot on the map. And that's the other glowing red dot on the map. But first, saving again. We have a hunt mark. That's just question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And apparently we're fighting inside our little friend's house. We have a Cadaver Arc-Afflictor Bazat thingy. We have Gurglemonger. He's a Skeletal Pack Leader Tyrant Kawa. We have a Lich. We've got a Skeletal Clockwork Kaftar. I think we don't need Zit for this one. Or Bizarro, or whatever he's actually called. We have a Gunner, who's inside, so he can probably hit every single square on the map from where he's standing. And we have a Scoundrel. And unfortunately for them, we have a Kyrie, a Rainier, an Anodine, a Katja, and a Bizarro. Uh, Unfortunately, this is inaccessible, I think, because we definitely have the jump to jump up here, and that we can't is a little frustrating. Meet Kyrie. She has a blood staff in one hand and a rod of some kind in the other. That's just because of this. I like counterattacking for heal myself. This thing is immune to poison, so thanks, Bizarro, I guess. I'm assuming this is also immune to poison? It is, because they're skeletons. And you can't poison skeletons. And they're not even weak to holy, which means Bizarro's kind of ridiculous, and you can't beat him either, so I'm glad we brought Bizarro. Mystic Shield is the worst thing ever when you're not the one using it. It's pretty cool on Liches, though, who are always going to have MP because they cast with their HP. The downside is we have cleave and stuff. And it's the cleave that's doing the bulk of the work in the cleave and stuff. My Bizarro is terrible and pointless on this map, so please attack him over everything else. Thank you. Kawas are probably my favorite because of the faces they make when they do anything. I find it to be absolutely hilarious. Also, they're so cute when they do missions for you. The one I have that I got from a mission comes back and he says, "I, Private so-and-so, complete mission." It's the best. Some things don't want to be pierced to death, but that guy certainly did. No one wants to be poisoned, though. See, like, why can't I do that to people when people can do that to me? It ruffles my jimmies. Anadine, I wish you could do a little more damage. I know why you can't, but I wish you could. Anyone want 1600 GP? Quality thread. I think that's not the correct quality thread. So that thing he just did with Intimidate, that's what the Malcuus does. You just have status effects going, and you have status resist going on your guys. And she just goes, "Hello," and everyone's asleep. It was a lot of fun. We can now make another lord or princess. The thing is, everyone that's a lord or princess, aka the 3 people I actually use other than the main characters, already have them unlocked. So, we'll figure out what else we can do with it. I'm sure we can make a Drake essence or something somewhere for somebody. That's very annoying. We're just gonna assume Katya probably dies. Nope. He's gonna try to put I mean, fair play to him. That's what I would do if I was in his shoes. Gurglemonger, I salute you. I also stab you, but I salute you. Ow. Now Katya dies. That's the worst victory dance I could have imagined. Oh goodness. He just rebirthed himself. We can't even collect his bounty because he's the Mark. Friends, you ever fight a fight that you think, wow, this is dumb? Okay, well, the main problem now has been taken care of. We want the Lich to die. Because we really don't want him casting AE spells on us. Way to go, Bizarro. I suppose. Get that victory dance. We get a Tyrant's Band, an Everspring, a Myco Leather, and we get Kawa portraits. Tyrant's Band, I think we've seen Eversprings before. Tyrant's Band, 5 crit, 10 attack. I have seen worse. What was the other thing? Tyrant's Leather? That might be a equipment. Chronoplume can make Radiant to give someone access to the Warden variant or to the Fell variant. I don't think we've seen either of those. That uses a Dark Core, so I assume there's more places to get Dark Cores, or these will drop somewhere. Could have sworn what we got was a crafting piece. Whatever it was, it wasn't gear. I don't think. Direct current, I still wish I knew how to use it. stake shooter. I still wish I had, well, I wish I had someone with a gun right now that could use it. Neutralizer, no one's using it yet because no one's wielding daggers yet. We will have dagger users. Don't worry about that. No one has maxed out their AP in any class. I have a Doot Doot, I have a little Katwa, I have a Rolly guy, I have a little Drake thing, and I have a dog. I also have this. Turns out we have another large battle. I believe doing some of these might open missions. I probably should be doing missions while we mess around. No new missions. This way I also assume we have at least one of these is going to give us the crafting material we use to make stuff. Like we have 9 new missions to do. Well, 8 and then question mark, question mark, question mark. So somewhere along the lines we'll pick up stuff to craft new things. Like that's how these work. They're not just going to give us one that says here's a whole lot of money and not give us anything to use money with. So let's do the next